£15 off the right rock, single pop-up coin.
That's now £4 3 ounce 10 chat Withy, £4 3 ounce 10 chat brick.
Pound common.
Near enough equals my PB.
£2 14 ounces.
There we go. At £19 6. Probably my second or third biggest fish ever. PB. I cast out about 5 minutes ago. Up left to my swim. Resulted in a new PB at 21.6.
Right then, me and Dave are back again. We got here nice and early. We're throwing the gates open. There's a bit of a queue, but we're back in the same swim, fishing one rod each. Fishing peg 5 where we finished off last time. To the refuge, same tactics. I'm a bit closer towards us, and Dave's gone towards the far margin because that's where we were fishing last time. He had 4, I had 2 last time, so hopefully we can have similar success. I've had a couple of knocks, so's Dave. Nothing really to report yet, but yeah, it's looking good for a couple of fish. So hopefully we can have some. First little one, quite good condition. Absolutely ripped off, almost ripped the rod off the pod. Hopefully a sign of things to come. Let's get him back. Right then, it's half 12. We still haven't had no more fish. It's been about probably 3 hours, 2.5 hours since we had our last fish. But yeah, nothing really to report. Just thought I'd do an update. Now there is somewhat to report. Here we go, as you just saw, I was talking to my camera saying there's nothing to report. Ripped off to the refuge again. I've had this really nice £12 8 mirror. Really pleased with this one. I've gone a couple of sessions catching a couple of fish, but none of them have been with any great size. So I've had this one. Really nice fish. Get some pictures of him and then we'll slip him back, see if we can get some more. It's a lovely fish. So right then, quick update, bit of a technical error with the camera. I didn't click record on when Dave's comment was on the map, but you saw it going back. It is £9.5 we settled on because the mat was a bit wet when we weighed it, so it weighed a bit more than 13 ounces. But yeah, so he's off the mark now. Hopefully we're hoping for a couple more each. The wind's picked up a bit, but yeah, so hopefully see another fish in a minute.
He's poosing.
That's it.
Just sat in there.
Yeah. Right then, Dave's just recasting after his second fish. That was £8 3, that one, so he's had 2 nice commons now. So yeah, we'll see who can win now. It's 2-all. Right then, quick update. Just had an absolute screamer on my rod. Dave was down by the pod. We were moving the pod slightly to the left because we thought it was like sort of in the wrong place for where we were fishing on the right. And he let slack out on both the rods. He was about to move the rod pod, and my rod absolutely peeled away. It was a big fish as well. Dave picked it up because obviously he was really close to it, passed it over to me. We both felt the weight straight away and said, this is a big fish. He went storming off into the refuge, unfortunately, but he snapped. Obviously I'm only using 10-pound line, so the line snapped, unfortunately. But yeah, nothing I could have done about it really. I had to let him go, otherwise he'd have pulled the rod out my hand. So it was definitely a big fish, but nothing I could do about it. Hopefully there's still one of his mates lurking about. Yeah, similar to the fish I caught earlier. He's 10-pound 4, but I've got to be quick because Dave got a fish on as well, so seems like he's kicking off now. Bit of a consolation for losing that what felt like a big fish. Yeah, another double, 10-pound 4. Let's get him back and land Dave. Right then, there's Dave's 13-pound mirror, 13 dead it was. He's having a fight with it on the bank. Lovely fish though, biggest fish of the day. And with a good stamp of fish as well now. Let's get him back, he's very lively. Right then, quick update. Well, manic half hour, I lost a monster, well, what felt like a monster, into the refuge. And then cast back out, my rod ripped off again. And that was a 10-pound 4-ounce mirror. It's a similar shape, like quite fat but quite short to the first fish. And then as we were just slipping that back, Dave's rod ripped off. I picked it up, as he did with the one that got off for me. And I handed it to him and he managed to land it, and that was that 13-pound mirror. So yeah, the average size has definitely increased today, so hopefully that'll continue and we'll catch some more big babies. Dave's phone's going off, but it's a nice long mirror, 9-pound 5, so 9.5 pound, but nice colours, nice scales, but it's really lively, so we'll get him back. Fish number 4 for me, 7 between us. Great stuff. We'll lay down there. Right then, another update. It's really picked up in the past 2 hours or so. I think it was about 1-0 to me about 2.5 hours ago, and now it's 4-all. So you didn't see Dave's fourth. It was about 7 pound. No, what was it? We weighed it 8.3 or 8.4.
8.5.
Yeah, 8.5 I think it was, 8.5 pound. So yeah, it's going well. Still fishing, so hopefully got about an hour left. So hopefully we can have some more. Keep this going. Right then, nicely coloured fish again. The average size of fish is definitely going up. This one's 9.8 pound again. So last 6 or 7 fish what we've had, we've only had 9, but they've all been sort of above 8 pounds. So definitely higher rate than usual. One last look at him. There he is. Quite nice colours. Let's get him back. See if we can get one more before the end. It's about half hour left. Great stuff. Right then, it's later in the evening now. I'm back from the session. There is an end block to come, so if you want to see that, obviously stay tuned. I'm just going to talk you through my rig. I got home, looked through the footage, realised I hadn't talked you through the rig, and when I went through it last session it was a bit vague. So basically what I do is I fish with 10-pound main line. I thread this inline lead 1.5 ounce through, and then I feed through this little leisure stop. Is bigger at one end, and then obviously I want the bigger end facing the leisure, and I plug this stop into that end so that it prevents the leisure going down towards the swivel and harming any of the knots. This end of the swivel would then be tied onto that 10-pound main line. I use a Palomar knot, and I also use a Palomar knot to join the 15-pound braid to the swivel. Is a great knot, and I will be showing you how to do that in the future. It's never failed me. I really like the knot. Down to the hook, Corda wide gate B hook, as I've said before. I tied that on with a knotless knot, but then I put a shrink tubing over the top to kick the hook out more, and obviously it just tidies it all up. And then obviously the hair that you put the bait on. I think I'm going to make a bit more of a longer hair next time, just so it gives the hook a bit more freedom of movement. Obviously I don't want to make the loop too big, so I don't want the knot showing, but just sort of this bit here I want to make it a bit longer, just so it's got a bit more movement to help catch hold in the fish's mouth. But yeah, I've done. I did do a session Tuesday actually. I don't think I've really mentioned it. Me and Dave both had 4, but I didn't end up doing a video. There was nothing massive. I think Dave had an 11, which is quite nice. But yeah, so I've caught 11 fish now in the past 3 sessions on these rigs. So I'm happy with the performance, and hopefully I'll be using them a lot more in the future. Right then, come to the end of the session now. It was a really good session that me and Dave had, especially for the time of year. The date was the 22nd of February, the Saturday the 22nd, I think that's right. I had 5 fish, Dave had 4. Dave had a 13 dead, and I had a 12-8. So, and yeah, the average size was quite good today as well. The smallest fish we had was 6.5, but I think the rest after that were either 8.5 or bigger. So, yeah, that's really good. Obviously, they're sort of at peak weight, maybe a bit down in weight as well this time of year. So, yeah, it's good to see they're putting on a bit of weight and the average size has increased a bit. But, yeah, it might be a couple of weeks before I'm next on the bank. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep supporting me. My subscribers are gradually going up and I'm getting a lot of support off you, so thanks a lot for that. Add me on Facebook, Margin Master, that'll be in the description below as well. And keep your eyes peeled for the next video, hopefully in a couple of weeks. Cheers.